The girl just arrived at the shore and saw her legs covered in blood. She turned around and found everyone else in the same situation, rushing toward the shore one after another, as if there were terrible monsters in the water. Those who ran slowly were dragged into the water by the monsters directly, which is why the river was dyed red. In fact, the water was full of mutated eels. Their bodies were slender, so they could crawl into every corner. They appeared not only in residents' homes, but even on the lawns. They attacked passers-by randomly, and anyone bitten would not escape death. The incident by the lake soon attracted the attention of the police. They came to the lake to investigate and found 2 dead fish. Parker suggested to the mayor to close the dam's water valve to prevent tourists from being injured, but the mayor didn't take it seriously. To make money from tourists, he would never give up this opportunity. With that, he left. Having no choice, Parker had to arrange a subordinate to take a boat to the lake surface to stop other tourists from going into the water. But the subordinate didn't care at all, and even started drinking cola nearby. Suddenly, the school of fish launched an attack, and the lake water was dyed red with blood again. When Parker and his partner arrived at the scene, they only saw the capsized wooden boat, and the policeman was nowhere to be seen. They were about to turn the boat over when an eel attacked Will. Parker hurried forward to help, but how could the eel let go of its prey easily? Parker had to take out his dagger, and only then cut the eel off. Later, Will received a call, saying that the policeman's body had been found, and had been taken back to the police station. The two hurried back by car, and notified the forensic doctor at the same time, not to act without permission. However, it was already too late. The forensic doctor found something abnormal about the body, and then an eel drilled out of it. He struggled desperately to get rid of it, but more eels pounced on him. Hearing the scream, Parker felt flustered, and accelerated back to the police station. The forensic doctor had no movement, and the eels had already crawled into the sewer through the floor drain. Realizing the seriousness, Parker called the mayor. Seeing such a terrible scene, the mayor was also shocked. However, when Parker proposed again to close the water projects and the town's water supply system, the mayor refused again. He thought eels were human food, and compared with the residents' safety, he was more worried about economic losses. Seeing that he was so stubborn, Parker had to leave first. The mayor would never have thought that his retribution would come so soon. While he was using the toilet, he didn't realize at all that eels had crawled into the toilet. The mayor suddenly felt unbearable pain, and it was too late when he tried to escape. In the end, he died in the bathroom, in a humiliating way.
I won the running championship, but facing the camera, I cried sadly because I only wanted the pair of sneakers for 3rd place. That way, my sister wouldn't have to swap shoes with me every day to go to school. Not long ago, I went to repair my sister's shoes, but when buying vegetables, the shoes were taken away as garbage. To find them, I knocked over the vegetable stall. The shopkeeper was very angry and chased me away. When I got home, I told my sister the shoes were lost. Looking at my crying sister, I felt deeply guilty, but I didn't dare let our father know. Because our family is too poor, my sister asked me what to do. I had to let her wear my shoes to school. As compensation, I gave her a new pencil. So we silently agreed to start a quiet relay. As soon as my sister finishes school, she rushes home eagerly to swap shoes with me, then I run to school. But when I arrived, the school was completely quiet. I almost got caught by the principal. That day after school, the teacher kept the students for an exam. My sister was writing the exam and worrying about running out of time, so she finished quickly, raised her hand to hand in the paper and left. She ran home as fast as she could, but on the way, her shoes fell into the ditch. My sister was very anxious. She tried to fish the shoes out, but all attempts failed. She could only watch as the water carried the shoes away until they got stuck in the ditch. Then my sister cried sadly. Her cries attracted the shopkeeper. With his help and the sanitation workers, the shoes were finally retrieved. My sister came home dejectedly. Unaware of what happened, I scolded her for getting the shoes wet, making me unable to go to school. That day, my sister saw her shoes on another girl's feet. She called me to get the shoes back, but we saw that the girl's father was blind. We looked at each other and decided not to ask for the shoes. But in my heart, I always wanted to buy my sister a pair of shoes, until I saw the notice for the long-distance race. The 3rd prize was exactly a pair of sneakers. I excitedly told my sister the good news, promising I would win her that pair of shoes. The race day came soon. The whistle blew, and everyone rushed out. I followed closely behind, images of my sister running flashing in my mind. The track was very long. I gritted my teeth and persisted. I passed one competitor after another. Gradually, I took the lead. I looked back and deliberately slowed down, but the competitor behind me pushed me on purpose. I didn't care about the pain, got up and kept chasing. The race entered the sprint stage. I could no longer tell my ranking. In the end, we crossed the finish line. Almost at the same time, I won the championship. But amid the thunderous applause, I only felt endless regret. I had broken my promise. But what I didn't know was that our father had already bought 2 new pairs of shoes.